guess it started many years ago. As a child, we had two wonderful vacations back to back to the Bahamas. We went to Freeport, and really, I had exposure to what destination reps did, to hotels, etc., and it just created that desire in me to get into the travel industry, and that's what I ended up doing. I started working for a tour operator here in Canada, and the majority of our product was Caribbean based. So, imagine my joy when I got to travel throughout the Caribbean and get to know all things Caribbean. I continue to work with hotels, cruise lines, etc. Throughout my travel history in this industry, and it's just been a great connection with the Caribbean.
Nancy's journey led to her representing the interests of the Caribbean Tourism Organization, or CTO, in Canada. This role afforded her the opportunity to immerse herself in the culture and increase her knowledge about the region through work with several countries and hotel chains, which prepared her for the current phase in her career.
The CTO opted to close those overseas offices, and I joined Justin and Company. Justin actually had been working with a number of Caribbean clients, and so I now handle 4 Caribbean accounts, and so I keep my finger in the pot and continue to work to promote these destinations to the Canadian consumer, and of course to the trade as well.
With years of experience promoting destinations such as the Bahamas, Anguilla, Nevis, and Antigua and Barbuda, Nancy remains just as motivated as the day she began her love affair with the region as a child.
I love the travel industry. I think of the travel industry as the great connector, and I think that people connect us no matter where they are in the world, and it's been wonderful that I can promote an area of the world that, number one, is so beautiful. I don't think I have to tell you, the beautiful sun, the sand, the sea that Canadians love in the Caribbean. But over and above that, it's the food, it's the music, it's the people, and the long-term friendships that I've enjoyed with so many people throughout the Caribbean. I mean, that just keeps you going.
Nancy considers herself very fortunate to have worked in and learned many facets of the tourism industry while getting to explore the beautiful Caribbean islands. She fondly recounted some of her notable learning experiences.
I worked for Sandals Resorts. I worked for Radisson Resorts of the Bahamas, and that gave great exposure to the inner workings of hotels. I worked for a cruise line, so I worked for Holland America and Windstar Cruises, and I've also worked as an agent. So I've had the opportunity to go on the other side, if you will, and understand what an agent has to do in order to promote and sell clients to the Caribbean, and the knowledge that you need to sell.
Nancy sympathizes with those in the travel and tourism industry who are negatively impacted by pandemic-inspired travel bans and restrictions.
It breaks my heart to see a lot of countries around the world, including the Caribbean, and frankly, even here at home in Canada, we know how the travel industry is hurting. We know how the hospitality industry, and the lack of tourists is impacting all of these countries. And all of us in the industry are hoping and praying that we can travel again soon and safely.
She is optimistic and looks forward to a time in the not-too-distant future when she and many other Canadians can once again freely experience the warmth of the Caribbean and the uniqueness of its people.
The music can be different island to island. The food is slightly different island to island. The dialects are different island to island. The warmth of the people stays the same. You know, no matter what country you go to, warm and welcoming people, that's one of the things that has always attracted me to the Caribbean and continues to do so.
Learn more about Nancy's current work in Caribbean tourism by visiting www.jessunco.com.